I'm doing a very special video today because it's Tuesday and the nursery is closed to the public. But what we have here is this great big ambulance from the Royal Hospital for Neuro Disability. Those of you who are in the UK, you may not have heard about it, but this is a very special hospital for people who suffer neuro disability problems. And it's a charity, but it's a wonderful hospital. And why I'm showing you this is because I'm going to do a video about a very special YouTube fan who has planned for this trip 3 months ago, 3 months in the planning, and I'm going to interview him. So wait and see what I have in store for you. I have a very special guest here today at Herons, and we have planned for this for nearly 2 months. And who I have here is Gary, who is one of my YouTube subscribers and part of our YouTube family. We have a huge YouTube following, nearly 500,000 subscribers, but none have inspired me or touched me so much as Gary's story. I visited him about 2 months ago, and I felt that he should come here to enjoy herons for real, in real life, and not just on the computer screen. Let me tell you the story by talking to Gary and interviewing him. Gary, of course, is in a disabled wheelchair, but I think he doesn't mind relating his story to us. Now, how did you stumble across the YouTube videos? You've been following it for a while, Gary?
I have been following it for a while, yes, and I was looking to, I'll say, comfort my life and yet do something constructive, something which would also give me some intellectual pleasure, and that's how I stumbled upon bonsais.
Okay, but you've not been interested in bonsai before?
I had, well...
So what made you attracted to that particular channel?
Well, actually, it was watching a few of your YouTube bonsais. I especially like the one when you were describing tools. That was a great one. And just more recently, I saw the one that you did with Nigel Saunders in Toronto.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I thought was an amazing YouTube.
Okay, so you have a few bonsai now, so you can actually see them for real, so you get some pleasure from some of the bonsais.
Yes.
Okay, but I think what we need to convey to our other YouTube followers is your particular story, because it really touched me very much, because despite your disability, you have such a positive outlook on life. Not many people have that positive outlook, and you know, they just sit and mope, but here you're looking forward, wanting to do new things, wanting to explore new things, and that really has inspired me. So, do you mind telling us how you met with this accident?
Yes, it was a swimming accident in the ocean where a wave threw me on the rocks, and it basically fractured my spinal column right at the top.
The spinal column?
Yes, yes.
What, you hit some rocks on your head?
That's why the scar on my head. There's a few things that... inside I had injuries on.
So how many years ago was this?
This was 7 years ago.
7 years ago. You had the accident 7 years ago. And where was this?
The accident happened in the French Caribbean.
French Caribbean, okay. On a holiday?
On a holiday, yes.
I remember you telling me that you were about to retire and you were looking forward to retirement, and this accident happened.
Well, it happened 6 weeks after my retirement.
6 weeks after retoring. My goodness. What a way to spend retirement, isn't
it?
Huh?
Yeah, and it took me really 3 years to get to the point where I was back to
So
where
just to
I
bring you
was.
back to the UK must have been quite a traumatic experience, isn't it?
It was.
Were you out there all the time when you were
Yes,
injured?
I was. I was 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
In a French hospital
Oh.
out in Guadeloupe. And then I was flown to Luton.
Oh,
All the while I was still in a coma.
in a coma.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
So when did you regain consciousness? How
about 3 months after.
3
the
months. Oh,
and at Charing Cross Hospital in London.
oh.
And then I was eventually transferred to where I am now, the Royal Hospital for Neurodisability.
Yeah, I had never heard of that hospital because it's partly NHS, partly private, or it's a charity,
Yes,
isn't
it's
it?
a charity.
Well, it's
Yes,
certainly a great place. So you've been there 7 years,
I've been there. Yes, yep,
almost 7 years.
Seven years in October.
But the lucky thing, I shouldn't say lucky because not everyone can't consider this lucky. You're able to communicate, you're able to speak, because not everyone is able to do that.
Yes,
So,
and we have.
and you can use the computer. You can use the computer, you can watch the videos.
That's right. I use the computer using a voice-activated program. 'Cause
Yes.
I can't use my hands, but the voice-activated
Yeah.
program allows me to send emails and reasonable letters.
So the hospital obviously takes very good care. I visited you in the hospital. I could see that the nursing staff, I think it is 2 staff to 1 patient, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
The ratio is very
It's actually a
high.
little
2
bit-
staff to 1 patient. That must be very, very resource consuming, isn't it? So,
Well, many of the patients we have are in various mental states or physical states, and I've learned to communicate with some of these
Yeah.
patients and make ourselves known to the administration, and in fact the administration meets every 3 months
yeah.
to look over what we have to say and what we want, and what change of food we want, etc.
Do they go out on outings in a group or anything like that?
Before the pandemic, we used to go out, but since the pandemic, there haven't been the available funds to be able
Oh, really?
to go out.
Yeah. But a place like this, I'm sure they would like to visit.
Absolutely.
They're always very welcome to tell the authorities that they're always welcome to come here, because we have other groups like hospices. They come here to have tea and things like that. So it would be a nice day out, and I'm happy to entertain them. But your story, your positivity, still wanting to learn new things like bonsai and doing it and actually reading about it. So you brought 2 books. You managed to find it on the internet. My first book, which was written 1984, I will sign this for you personally. And you managed to get Bonsai Masterclass, which is the most sought after book among the 9 books I've written. And as I told you, during the pandemic, people were paying £300 sterling for a copy of this second-hand book. But there's a new book. Have you got the new version of the Bonsai Masterclass?
No,
I will gift that to you. I will gift that to you. So let me, while I'm here, do the honors, and I will actually sign this with the special Chinese seal, which I don't do for everyone. I only do it for very special people. So. Stay blessed.
Yeah, that's like this. Thank you very much.
And the other one as well.
I think is this the first?
This is the first book.
This is the first edition too.
Yes. And of course, these books, of course, nowadays people watch more video than
Yeah.
read books, but the books are still useful. So that's the exact chop
Oh yes.
that
Oh
is
yes.
actually in the book. So as I say, not many people get my chop. I will put thank you for your inspiration.
Well, I think it's reciprocal. I certainly thank you for your inspiration you've given me.
So these are the two books. So I hope you've enjoyed your visit today. I'm now going to do a little bonsai demonstration. I get you to do a little bit of wiring as well so that you can enjoy the process. And I hope you will continue to inspire other patients in the hospital, because I'm sure you do inspire them, because you are a role model. You are a role model. And you certainly have inspired me. Okay, so we'll just do a little video of you doing some of the bonsai. Stay there. So I brought a procumbens juniper because hopefully this will be a bit easier to look after than some of the other ones. So this is going to be an outdoor bonsai for keeping outdoors, not for indoors. And if you keep it in that patio just outside your room, I think that would be a good place to keep it. And I'm going to show you how to do the wiring. Is Alice interested in making bonsai?
Yes.
Junipers are a bit prickly, but they are a bit easier to look after than some of the other trees. I hope I don't drop some of these needles on your
It's all right.
trousers. So you see how we do the wiring.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps the trimming is easier for you, like the ficuses, you can trim them from time to time.
Well, I can, but
Yeah.
I get people like,
Tell them what to do.
I tell that I've got another very interesting person, a nurse,
Okay.
who I think she's caught the bonsai bug now.
Oh. Okay, so I put a piece of wire on, and I'm now going to twist it to give it some shape.
Now, what size wire is that?
This is 1.5 millimeter wire. 1.5 and 2 millimeter are the very commonly used sizes. You wish you were able to do this, but you have to tell people to do it.
I wish I could.
Just trying to avoid dropping these needles onto your chair.
I It's not a problem. It'll be a joy to carry them back.
Okay, I'm going to pot it properly before you leave into this pot.
Oh, yes, that's a lovely little pot.
Is it?
Now with junipers, the soil is supposed to be acidic.
Yes. Although most of the soil we use is neutral, so it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't matter.
No. So there you are. What we call a cascading juniper. So I'm going to pot it up properly, and then you can take it and place it on the patio outside your room and enjoy it. So this will give you something to remember your first visit. I hope this is not going to be your one and only visit. I hope you will come more often.
I certainly will.
If you can persuade them to bring you, we will have some other little happy occasions like this. And I certainly wish you all the best. So this is
thank
your
you very much.
memento.
Yeah, that's very kind.
Okay, thank you.
We'll
And thank you for inspiring us.
Well, we'll treat this with great honor.